platinum perimeter. What is it and how do we work within it? If you've ever tried to flatten a board, take the wind, the twist and the cup out of it, then you may have come across a situation where as you're removing material, you've taken the twist out, you've taken the cup out, and you've taken the bow out at least to the edges. You might still have material in the middle which is still low and you're not removing any of that when you're taking strokes with your plane. Now, if all the border has been covered by the plane and that's all nice in plane as it were, and it's straight and no cup on that area, you've got a dish in the middle. Well, the outside is the platinum perimeter. That's all you really need if you're going on to the next step of doing joinery, if that joinery is only towards the edges of the board. For example, if you're building a carcass and it's going to be dovetailed around the edges, and so the only joinery on one of these panels on the side of the carcass is going to be, say, some dovetails along the bottom and some dovetails along the top, nothing else on that panel at all, although you might have a face frame on it. The edge of the platinum perimeter wants to be in plane, and same with all the other boards in the carcass, so that when the joints go together the whole thing stays square and true, but it doesn't really matter what's happening in the middle of the board. The platinum perimeter is the important part. So how do you deal with that shallow area in the middle? Well, you could reduce the thickness of the board right the way down so that shallow area comes up to the surface. So you've got a completely flat surface, your board ends up thinner, but you have got that flat surface. Well, that's going to look like it came out of a factory. That may be what you want, but if you want something to look more handmade, handcrafted, a bit more of a character to it, why not leave that central area a little bit shallow? Maybe it's got a few little divots in it, doesn't really matter. Now that's all very well, but that area's got to be finished at some point and you want it smooth. So how do you smooth the center of a board if it's lower than the edges? Well, clearly you're going to need a plane which is a little bit shorter, so you go for a smaller smoothing plane. My general smoothing plane is a 4.5. It's quite large, so on smaller panels, smaller boards, that's not going to take any material that's shallow in the center out because it's going to be riding on the higher edges of the perimeter. So you need to go for a smaller plane. The smallest I go with is a 3. That does help because the sole is narrower. It means I can get into something that's cupped a little bit in the middle of a board a lot easier than I can with a 4.5. Beyond that, I'll go over to a scraper. Usually it'll be a card scraper, sometimes a cabinet scraper can get into certain areas as well. I just want to make sure that you get the message of this video, and that is that you don't have to worry about completely flattening panels if those areas in them don't have joinery in them. And even if they do have joinery in them, you can actually get around that if you're careful. The main point is that platinum perimeter is what you want to be shooting for. So here's the board I've glued up, taking a straight edge across the corners. That's looking flat, or at least there's no hump in the middle. There's no bow in it, and there's no cup in it. And if I take a pair of winding sticks and I check along this way, sight this way, there's no twist in it, and I'll check it in a few places and there's no twist at all in any of those places. What's that telling me? Well, it's telling me that the places where the winding sticks touch and the places where the straight edge was touching, so the corners and the edges here, they're all in plane. That's the platinum perimeter of the board. Lovely. It's not telling me what's happening in the middle, other than there's not a hump in it. If there was a hump, then the winding sticks would twist, as would the straight edge when I'm going on the corners, and I'd probably detect any humps along the edge if I was checking for bow. But as I say, there could be dips in there, and that's lovely. That gives the piece a bit of character. You can plane that all out by reducing the thickness of the board, by planing all those high areas away. But I say, if you don't need to, why bother? You just need to make it nice and smooth. You can do that by working on the central area with small smoothing planes and with card scrapers and cabinet scrapers. I use this to demonstrate a dip within a board. So this is a cross section through a board. It's got a dip across it like so. Might have a perfectly in plane perimeter, but it's got dips like that in the middle. If you're going to be using a plane that's this sort of length, number 4, then you know the front, the toe and the heel of the plane are going to carry the plane over the dip and it's not going to cut at all. Same with the width. A wide plane like this, going over a dip, the blade's not going to cut, or the amount that it can cut is very minimal. So going to a smaller plane, in this case a narrower one, the number 3, you can get down a little bit closer and cut within a dip across the border, within a shallow. Still won't be able to get everything. That's where a card scraper comes in handy, because you can actually bend that to match the dip in the work, and you can get right down and you can smooth that area perfectly. So although the central field of your panel isn't perfectly flat, it is perfectly smooth and it's ready for a finish and it's going to look lovely. So I'll use my smoother on different areas in the work. So I want to get in here, it's a little bit below the surface, but I can get in and I can work a bit of it. And you see it stops cutting after a while because the edges of the plane are resting on the higher parts in the board. I can maybe go to slightly narrower plane and that will take a few shavings. But again, it's going to reach a point where it's not going to take any more. So I'll come in with a card scraper and then I can bend that to shape into the bottom of the dip, and I can smooth that away, get a perfect finish. You might find it's easier if you get a thinner card scraper, if you're going into really small areas. And don't be too aggressive. Or you can start with an aggressive one and then taking big shavings and then work down into something with less of a burr on it, just to get that lovely, almost mirror finish. So they're the methods that I use to work with a field of a panel that's lower than the platinum perimeter. Hope you found it useful, hope it saved you some time. Cheerio.